At 10 for 114 years, Mountain View Baptist Church has been considered an institution in West Greenville. The church touts itself as a bridge builder that promotes economic partnerships and community development. But this weekend, they're doing something different, and the public is invited to attend.
Fox Carolina's Arthur Mondale explains what's it about and what's the motivation. Arthur.
Justin and Tori, on Sunday, Unity Park will look a little bit different. We sat down with Pastor Stacy Mills, who is part of a movement to bring hope and solutions to the everyday people. For 114 years, Mountain View Baptist Church has planted seeds of empowerment and upliftment for multi-generation members like Gretchen Neal.
4 generations of my family have attended Mountain View Baptist Church.
The church building was built at a time when it wasn't easy for blacks to get loans.
So this church really, through what I call cooperative economics, was able to build this facility where we now stand.
Senior Pastor Stacy D. Mills is only the 3rd pastor to serve in the church's history.
This congregation produced the Lillian Flemings, the Joe Vaughns. Those are folks who were the first at Furman University, entered and graduated Furman University as the first black students there.
A high bar and rich legacy in one area, but Pastor Mills says giants do exist in Greenville.
Our messages here in this church are about dealing with the economic giants, dealing with the education giants, dealing with the healthcare giants.
Which is why the church is launching a mental health group this month, and this Sunday, the church is taking its message to Unity Park.
We're going outside for our worship because it's not just contained in the walls. We believe that there is a message outside the building.
Pastor Mills is calling it the inaugural public partnership.
Our messages have got to go to the place where people are living.
Pastor Mills says incidents this year alone are evidence, from the highly talked about shooting at Tanglewood Middle School to the less talked about events that don't make the news.
Our society has broken places. We've got to acknowledge that. And then there are real people living through those circumstances. And the church has a powerful opportunity in this moment to stand up in ways that we haven't stood before.
Now, Pastor Mills says the faith community has an opportunity to be more relevant and make a difference. The inaugural outdoor service and public partnership will begin at Unity Park Welcome Center at 10:30 Sunday morning and be followed by food and music. Arthur Mondale, Fox Carolina News.